In World War II, there were many people killed, as you well know, and the killing of many adults left many orphans. The Allies at the close of World War II wanted to do something to help the little orphans. And so they provided some camps, and they would gather the orphans together and they would feed them there and try to find a place to locate them. And as they would begin to feed them from their malnutrition, they would begin to develop and to grow, and they would be able to take more and more food, and they were getting the finest care and the finest food. But in one of these camps particularly, they became very, very perplexed because the children couldn't sleep. They would eat 3 good meals, but at night they would lie awake and they couldn't sleep. They couldn't figure out what it was, whether it was some physical problem or what. Finally, exhausting the physical, they brought in some psychologists to do a study of these orphans to find out why, with all of this food and care, they still couldn't sleep. The psychologists came up with a solution. Every night, when the little children were put to bed, someone would come down the row of the beds, and in each little hand would place a great big piece of bread. And so the last thing they would experience at night would be to close the little hand around the bread, tuck it in, and invariably, in a matter of days, they were all sleeping through the night. Why? Even though they were fed to the full during the day, their experience had taught them that there was no hope for tomorrow. And in anxiety over what might happen the next day, they couldn't sleep. They couldn't enjoy what they had because they were afraid of the future. You know what God has done for us? I believe God has given us a piece of bread for our hand. And I never go to bed at night without that little piece of bread. And you know what that little piece of bread is? It's this. But my God shall supply all your needs according to His riches in Christ Jesus. And if I have that little piece of bread in my hand, I can sleep. I don't need to stockpile for the future. I don't need to hoard against the future. God is the owner of everything in the world, and God controls all those assets, and He does it to provide for me.